If you're a lacrosse player or fan, you might wonder, who is the richest lacrosse player in the world? I've asked the same question myself, and today I wanted to find an answer. After a few hours of research and digging, here are the 8 richest lacrosse players in the world. Okay, and for this list, my definition of a lacrosse player is someone who at least played college lacrosse. So let's hop right into it. At number 8, we have the richest active lacrosse player, Paul Rabil, who has a net worth between $1 to $5 million. If you've been playing lacrosse for any amount of time, chances are you've heard of Paul Rabil. He's considered to be the best lacrosse player in the world, and through his performance, he's garnered several high-profile sponsorships from big companies like GoPro and Red Bull. He also has his own company called Rabil Ventures that makes investments in various startups. Most recently, he co-founded the Premier Lacrosse League with his brother Mike Rabil. This venture has certainly elevated his status beyond just lacrosse. Now, coming in at number 7, we have Chris Hogan with a net worth of $6 million. I think we would all like to be paid like an NFL player. Chris Hogan is a wide receiver in the NFL and has played for the Patriots, Bills, Panthers, Dolphins, and other teams. He first attended college at Penn State and played lacrosse there before transferring to Monmouth to pursue a football career. It's worked out pretty well for himself. Chris is really active in the lacrosse community and consistently shows his support for lacrosse on social media. And at number 6, we have Erika Nardini with a net worth of $10 million. Sheesh. Nardini is the CEO of Barstool Sports, a popular sports media company that has seen unprecedented growth over the past few years. She started playing lacrosse as a sophomore at Colby College in Maine. Nardini has been great for the sport of lacrosse and is good friends with Paul Rabil. She also has had other lacrosse players come into the Barstool office. And fun fact, Barstool's own podcast, Pardon My Take, owns a PLL lacrosse team, the Water Dogs. And now coming in at number 5, we have Bill Belichick with a net worth of $35 million. I think I could buy a few more lacrosse sticks with that type of money. Anyways, I don't think Belichick needs any introduction. He's one of the greatest football coaches of all time, and he's been a huge ambassador for the sport of lacrosse. Lacrosse runs throughout the Belichick family, with his daughter Amanda as the head coach for the Holy Cross women's lacrosse team, and his 2 sons playing college lacrosse. Bill himself played for Wesleyan and was even a volunteer high school lacrosse coach after graduating. Bill is good friends with Paul Rabil, and you can see him attending lacrosse games throughout the year. And at number 4, we have none other than the great Jim Brown with a net worth of, get this, $50 million. Jim Brown definitely doesn't need any introduction. He's considered one of the greatest football players of all time. And it's widely known in the lacrosse community that he played lacrosse for Syracuse. Imagine you're a defender matched up against Jim Brown. I would just get out of the way and let my goalie try to save his shot. Jim Brown is known for loving lacrosse and said, "I'd rather play lacrosse 6 days a week and football on the 7th. He is still active in the lacrosse community and attends games and talks to several high-profile lacrosse players. Now at number 3, this is where we take a big step up and take things to the billions. Oh, and by the way, if you're not signed up for the Lax Weekly email newsletter, you're missing out. Every week I interview a pro lacrosse player and give you tangible tips for how to improve your lacrosse game. Over 1,000 of you are already subscribed, and let's get that number to 2,000. So at number 3, we have Chase Coleman III with a net worth of $4.5 billion. I can't really even fathom that type of money. Coleman is a hedge fund manager and investor, founding Tiger Global Management in New York City. Chase graduated from the Deerfield Academy and went on to co-captain the Williams men's lacrosse team in 1997. If you try to search for him on the internet, there's very little information on Coleman. He seems to be a very private person, and little is known about him beyond his investing career. It's still pretty cool to think this guy played lacrosse at some point though. Now at number 2, we have Meg Whitman with a net worth of $4.9 billion. I think I could buy a lot of people some new lacrosse gear with $4.9 billion. Meg is an American business executive and one of the most powerful women in the world. She used to play lacrosse for Princeton and graduated from there in 1977. After graduation, she went on to have an extremely successful corporate career and is currently the CEO of Quibi. Unfortunately, Meg is not super active in the lacrosse community. I'm sure with everything that she does in her life, it's probably hard to find time for lacrosse to fit in there. It's still pretty cool to think that a billionaire and famous figure in the world picked up a lacrosse stick. And now at number 1, drumroll please, the richest lacrosse player in the world, Tsai, with a net worth of a whopping $12.7 billion. My goodness. Joe Tsai is the co-founder of the Alibaba Group, the Amazon of China. Now he owns the Brooklyn Nets and participates in several other business ventures. Tsai first started playing lacrosse when he was 13 for the Lawrenceville School in New Jersey. He then went on to Yale and played lacrosse all 4 years. Tsai is very active in the lacrosse community, and he actually owns the San Diego Seals, a box lacrosse team for the National Lacrosse League. In addition, he's made investments in the Premier Lacrosse League, and it's well known that he's a big fan of the Yale team. Joe is widely regarded as an extremely giving, likable character in the sports world, and lacrosse is lucky to have him as such a great ambassador for our sport. Like I said before, come on over and join the newsletter if you're feeling it. Hit that like button and subscribe, and more content coming to you every single Monday and Thursday. This is Jake with Lax Weekly. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.